Hello and welcome, friends. Welcome to your February 2022 reading with me, Intuitive Rene. I hope 2022 is treating you well so far. I sort of skipped the January readings because life, but I'm hoping that I'm back on track and we will have the videos coming up for you on a regular basis. So these month ahead readings are released, or should be released, the Friday before the end of the month, or should we say Friday before the new month. So that's why these videos are now being released in time for the 1st of February, so that you have a little bit of time to watch the video, to watch the reading, to absorb the information, and be prepared for what the month ahead has in store for you. So there are individual readings for each sign of the zodiac. The process of the reading is done exactly the same for all 12, but obviously the context and the information that comes through will be different for each of the 12 readings. You can watch, the main one that you need to watch is for your sun sign, which is the zodiac that you all know. When people say, oh, what star sign are you? Whatever your answer is to that based on your date of birth, it's where it's where the sun was at the time of your birth, and that is your sun sign. And the zodiacs, these readings that I'm doing, are really based on your sun sign. If you know your moon sign, if you know your rising sign, you are more than welcome to watch those videos as well, to understand yourself a bit better as far as your personality and your emotions and all of those other things. I don't want to go into a whole astrology lesson for you now, but you absolutely can watch those videos to get a little bit more insight into you. I have changed the format of these month ahead readings. So I'm using quite a few cards, and I'm hoping that it's going to give you detailed information to guide you through the month. I would also advise, obviously, watch it now before the month starts, and then do come back and watch it during the month. Maybe set a reminder on your phone to come back sort of halfway through the month, or 10 days in and then 20 days in, and so on. If or any time that you are experiencing a challenge or a problem, or you're not sure which way to go or what's going on. So the video is available to you all the time. You could also even come back to it in March and look at it again and do a bit of an analysis of what was said was going to take place and what actually did. So it could be quite interesting to look at it retrospectively as well. So as I said, there is a video for each sign of the zodiac. Everybody's getting this intro message. It just saves me repeating myself 12 times and that type of thing. So we're now going to go straight into your particular reading, and I do hope you enjoy. At this point, I do want to ask, if you haven't already done, please do consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a like and a comment. Just lets YouTube know that you've enjoyed it, and it'll help my channel grow and reach more people. So the more people engage and interact with my videos, the more YouTube goes, okay, let's show this to more people, and then that way we actually spread the word a little bit. So as a way of showing appreciation and gratitude for what I do for you as a free service, please do consider a thumbs up, a comment, and if you haven't already done so, please do hit the subscribe. And yeah, let's get into your particular reading. Right, Pisces, let's get into your reading and let's have a look and see what February 2022 has in store for you. I have got two decks on the table here. These are the two that I'm going to be working with for the reading today. I have got the Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Lynn, which is going to give us our theme for the month ahead. And I have the Dark Mansions Tarot because it's beautiful and I wanted to work with that one. So let's shuffle and let's get a single card, which is going to be the theme for 2022 for you. We have two that have dropped. Actually, there's a whole bunch, so no, I'm not going to take it. We're going to acknowledge that it is potential. I'm going to stick it back in. So if it wants to come through, we see it, we acknowledge it. We may incorporate it in, but let's just get a single card that wants to be our theme for the month ahead. I'm going to cut the deck over there, and I'm going to take that one. Let's have a look. Pisces, what is the theme of February 2022 for you? Oh, we've got freedom. You know what? And I love that because potential, the card that flipped over earlier on, potential freedom. I love it. I love it. Potential means that, you have the freedom to experience anything that you want to. Potential means that there is opportunity, that all of that. So, and I love freedom. So here we have all these birds flying free. They can go wherever they want to go. They can have and do and be anything they want. They have freedom. And I think as a theme for the month ahead, freedom is amazing because freedom to explore and freedom to feel and freedom to have and freedom to do. Isn't it just wonderful? And I think we're all feeling very unfree, very not free in our worlds at the moment. We've got so many restrictions and so many, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that and you must be careful of this and whatever else. So we're all feeling like we don't have. So Pisces, for you, it looks like February is going to about finding your freedom, finding your voice, finding your courage, finding who you are and embracing it and recognizing how free you are to be happy, to be successful, and to be awesome. I love it. Right, cards are shuffled. I'm going to cut the deck over there and I'm going to draw straight off the top and lay them all out. And once all the cards are laid out, we will discuss and we will see what wants to come through for you. Just trying to make sure that I place them all nice and neatly so that we can all fit, because I've got a lot of cards to put onto the table. Very interesting. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. Okay, so we have got our theme of freedom. We have got all the cards laid out. Cards are out the way. So Pisces, freedom being our theme for the month. It's something that you're going to have to hold close. It is something that you're going to have to constantly remind yourself that you have the freedom to choose, the freedom to do, the freedom to experience, and the freedom to have the life that you want. Please don't let this card and that word worry you, because actually it's a positive, especially coming up in that location. But that I will cover when we get there. We're going to start with this card right over here, Pisces, and we have the King of Pentacles, and he embodies freedom. Let me tell you, he is the king. He is superior. He is dressed in the finest of the fine. His castle is the biggest there is. His lands are the fairest there are. And he has everything his heart desires and so much more. So he really and truly embodies freedom. And this is confirmation for you, Pisces, that this is where you need to be. You need to be this person. You need to be living this life. We have got all these grapes all over him and all around him, I should say. And grapes are the symbol of abundance, of plentiful, of the freedom. So if there are any limits or restrictions or complications in your life at the moment, our King of Pentacles is here to say to you, we need to work through those. We need to get away from that. It's very interesting. I'm seeing this fella in the background who's holding on to his money so tightly. That is not freedom. And this is the challenge that we have. And actually, I'm going to bring it forward. So the first two positions that we've got, position 1 and position 2. Position 1 is how you stepping into the month and the way you're feeling and what's going on in your life. And it's about recognizing that you want, that you deserve, and that you should have so much more. The problem that we have and the challenge that we're experiencing is that there's such a little bit that we feel like we need to hold on to it the whole time. Can you see what he's doing? I mean, you can see by his face, he's not friendly, he's not generous, he's not kind. He's the kind of person who, the word I want to use is stingy, okay? But Four of Pentacles actually has got two interpretations. Four of Pentacles is about stinginess, is about holding on to your stuff, holding on to your money, but it's also about, holding on to it because that's the right thing to do, or there is holding on to it out of pure greed. And he could be either of those, all right? The fact that he's wearing a green hat, and I don't think I've ever noticed before that he's wearing a green hat, and I'm suddenly wanting to use the term leprechaun. Now, to me, leprechauns come about when there's good luck, when there's opportunity, when there's happiness and joy, and when there's abundance. So you see how he could be on either side of that. And I do think, Pisces, this is Spirit saying to you, we need to make sure that our intentions are correct. We need to make sure that we are not limiting or restricting ourselves in what we can have and how we can have it and how often we can have it. February for you, Pisces, looks like it's going to be about finding a balance, finding your freedom, between what you have, what you don't have, what you have access to and what you can grab and hold on to, and what you need to be letting go of. Because holding on to everything is not always a good thing. We need to be able to let go enough that we have enough for ourselves, but that we're also doing good things with it. And it's very interesting that our next card across is this Page of Pentacles, who is admiring a coin. Okay, he's holding on to that coin and he's lovingly embracing it, looking at it, and he's going, wow, it's so shiny, it's so beautiful. He is being very excited and very enthusiastic about that which he has gained, that which he has found. So our first three cards for you, Pisces, are all about the money. When I say money, I mean our stuff. Okay, it's not just about money in the true sense of the word, but it's about our material possessions. It's about the things that we value and the things that we hold on to, the things that give us significance in life. So it looks to me, just looking at these first three cards, that February is going to be about you recognizing how much you have, recognizing what you can do with it, how to attract more of it, and what it actually means. And all of that is going to give you freedom. The freedom to attract more, or to make more, or to do more, or to have more, because that's what it's all about. But it's about you being honest with yourself around the how can I say it, around the abundance that is available to you. Now, these two cards carry, I don't want to say a similar energy, but these two cards are almost being very introverted and I'm wanting to say selfish, but I don't want to say selfish. When we look at the Hermit, he's very alone. He does everything by himself, for himself, with himself. He's not really the socialite. He's not really the kind of person who's out there worrying about other people. He tends to keep very much to himself. Is he happy? Of course he is. He's surrounded by everything that brings him joy. He's surrounded by everything that brings him happiness. He wants and needs for nothing. He's very restricted and limited in what he can see and what he can do, and everything is very much in the here and the now. He's not worried about the past, and he's certainly not worried about the future. He's focusing on where he is right now. What does he feel like reading right now? What does he feel like learning or experiencing right now? That is the only thing that occupies him. Whereas this gentleman over here, he's more worried about, what can I get out of it? What can I get out of it? What's in it for me? That type of thing. And I think this is where the freedom comes in, because Pisces spirit is saying to you, you deserve it all. Okay, there's absolutely no doubt about it. You want it all. There's absolutely no doubt about it. But you're going about it in maybe the wrong way. And in the month of February, we need to shift our perspectives and we need to shift the way that we're viewing things. And we need to recognize that just holding on to our stuff, just holding on to it, creates a restriction, creates a limitation, and prevents growth, prevents experience. Yes, you're on your own, and yes, you may have nobody that you can fall back on, and that you may have nobody that's going to make life easy for you or help you on your journey, but that doesn't mean that there's limits. That doesn't mean that there's restrictions. The only restrictions that you may be experiencing are those that are in your own mind. You are free to explore and to experience anything that life has to throw to you. And it looks like February is when all of this comes to light. Now, let's go to this card. I know everybody is afraid of this card and petrified of this card, but I love it because it's the only guarantee in life. And no, you're not dying. No, February is not going to be about anybody dying, but it is going to be about changing our reality, changing our perceptions, changing our mindsets, viewing things differently, and almost, if I can say, moving from one phase or aspect of life into another. So you may be moving, changing, growing from that mindset to that mindset, from that reality to that reality. We don't want to go there. We don't want to go there. That's the problem. We don't want to be there. We want to move into these others. And the only way that that's going to happen is if you learn to let go of whatever you're holding on to. And it's the letting go of what you're holding on to that is the death. Okay, so the death in this particular case is the support that you have available to you, and it is the support for change, the freedom to change, the freedom to evolve, the freedom to experience a whole new reality. So Pisces, you need to embrace that. You really do, because February is opportunity month. February is when you have the opportunity to change your whole world, to change your whole reality, to experience things that you've never experienced before. And I say that because of this card. Look at it, Seven of Pentacles. Look how amazing. I mean, he is just so content with life. He is living his best life. I mean, that smile on his face, his eyes so wide open. So he's a farmer. You can see he's got his little rake with him. He is a farmer, he tends the land, but he also reaps that which he has sown. So he planted these seeds. Here we've got, I don't know if this is cabbage or lettuce, and here we've got a money tree. I mean, I just so want his money tree. We've got apple trees behind him, and everything is full. Everything is lush. Everything is amazing. Opportunity and abundance is available to him through his own efforts. He hasn't sat around waiting. He hasn't held on to his seeds going, my seeds, my seeds, my seeds. Not at all. He said, I plant, and from my seeds, I will generate new seeds, which I will plant, and then I will have an abundance to be able to share with people. But he had the foresight to think about the future. We want to make sure that we are learning and growing and evolving as we need to, so that we can embrace and be thinking about the future. We need to be curious, we need to be practical, we need to be logical, but what we don't need is to hold on. There is plenty available to you, Pisces. There is plenty available, but you have to sow the seeds, and you have to then be patient and wait for those seeds to take. Now, the fact that we have this freedom card at the bottom here, and when I look at all six of those cards across the top, what I'm getting from this, Pisces, the spirit saying to you that February is going to be the month where you realize how free you truly are, and that there is nothing holding you back. There is nothing preventing you from having success, from having abundance, and from having a life that you want for yourself. The only restrictions and limitations are the ones that you put on yourself. You need to embrace the change. You need to recognize that you've been working in your garden. You've been tending your garden for the longest time, and you're at a point now where you can start harvesting, where you can start taking, where you can start receiving the abundance that is available to you. Okay, we've got four cards across the bottom here, and these, I'm calling them the support cards. Okay, so they're going to support the story. They're going to support the narrative that we've given already, this freedom that is available to you. The interesting thing that we have here, Pisces, is this particular Three of Swords. Now, Three of Swords traditionally is the card of heartbreak and disappointment and sadness, pain and suffering, okay? So it's like we have a locket and we've got somebody's hair inside the locket. So there has been a loss, and we've taken a piece of their hair and we've placed it in a locket so that we can keep a piece of them with us always. So that means that we've lost something, someone, that we've had to let something go. Now, the interesting thing with this particular card is this is how people see you. So people in your life, whether it be family, whether it be your friends, your colleagues, you know, the people you know on a social level, they see you as somebody who is holding on to the past. There's that holding on again, all right? People are seeing you in that way, but who you are actually is somebody completely different. So Pisces, you are somebody who is ready to embrace the world. You are somebody who has no fear. You are somebody who is just, you know, you feel like you are succeeding and winning at everything that you do. The World card is about coming full circle and about recognizing success and achievement, freedom, okay? So people are seeing you as a little bit, I want to say, caged and trapped and stuck. People are seeing you as holding on to pain and discomfort and tragedy, when actually that is the furthest thing from the truth. The furthest thing from the truth. The reason why we've got such a difference between these two cards, and I'm putting the space in between here on purpose, the reason why these two are so very different is because you always make sure that you don't come across as the villain. You do everything in your power to make sure that people like you. You do everything in your power to make sure that people see you as the good guy. You don't want people to see you as the nasty. You don't want people to see you as the villain. You don't want people to see you as the person who takes opportunity, grabs opportunity, and runs with it. So you go out of your way to hide this portion of yourself. And actually, Spirit is saying to you, Pisces, you are free to be yourself. Don't worry about other people's opinions. Don't worry about what other people think. February is about you stepping into your power, because that's what we've got happening over there. And recognizing that you don't need anybody. You can do this by yourself. And you have been doing this by yourself for the longest time. Yes, there has been disappointment. Yes, there has been pain and suffering. But actually, it's time to get enthusiastic and excited about the opportunities. And don't worry about the way that people may perceive you. Don't try and hide that part of yourself, because actually, success is yours. And you've been working towards it for the longest time. This is the card that excited me the most out of all of these cards, because the Ten of Wands, I mean, look at him. He's carrying this burden, okay? He's carrying this huge, big amount of logs on his back, on his own. And you can see that nighttime is coming, and he's been walking for the longest time. He's been walking this road, and he's still got a ways to go before he gets home. He is not relying on anybody. He's not waiting on anybody. He's taken his life into his own hands. And he's saying, you know what? I don't need anybody. I can do this on my own. And he's absolutely doing it on his own. What we have to understand is that when he gets home, and when he gets to offload his burden, when he gets to put his sticks down, okay, his firewood down, everybody's going to come to him going, oh, can I have some? Can I have some? Can I have some? Nobody was there to help him when he needed the help. He struggled on his own, and he got and achieved the things that he needed to. Is he going to say no to people? Of course not, because you are not that person. You are not that person. You make sacrifices. You go through hardships and challenges for your own benefit, but also because you're a nice person, Pisces, and you believe in helping other people. The biggest fear that you have is that people see you as a bad person. So you will give the last piece of wood on your back to make other people happy. And maybe what we need to be doing is we need to start saying to people, you know what, I'm prepared to share. I'm prepared to give. I'm prepared to help. I have extra, but I'm only going to help when I have extra. Freedom to hold on to the things that you need to, so that you are not left without. I'm pausing for effect there, Pisces, because I think that's the whole thing about the month of February for you, is recognizing that you don't have to give everything that you've worked so hard for. You don't have to hold on to it either. Sharing is caring, okay? And you can absolutely share, but don't keep sharing so that you're suffering. We don't want to be in that kind of a situation. We want to be sharing only that which we have in excess. And that is where the freedom is. You are under no obligation to give more than you need to or more than you want to. It's okay to hold on a little bit. It's okay to take care of yourself first. It's okay. And Pisces, it looks like the month of February is going to be this particular lesson on repeat for you. So be open to it, be aware of it, recognize that you deserve to be free, you deserve to have a good life, and you deserve to have all the happiness in the world. You don't have to give it all away. If you have extra, if you have abundance and you want to share, by all means do, but you are under no obligation to give any part of yourself to anybody. All right, I hope that helps. I hope that helps you navigate whatever February brings. And I just know that you're going to get out of this in a good way. And I hope that you find your freedom. I hope that you find your happiness, because we all know you truly deserve it. All right, Pisces, have an amazing month with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.